Path Media. I was a minimum wage movie theater usher that made good and became a top earner in my network marketing company. Now, after 16 plus years in the profession, I'm finally teaching myself how to leverage the internet with online marketing and social media marketing to continue to grow and expand my business. My name is Ronnie Cruz, and this is Path of the Network Marketer.
All right, welcome back to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about culture, and this is actually a little bit of an extension of yesterday's episode. We talked about branding, right? If branding is the character and the substance behind your business and behind your presence online, behind your influence, the culture is the extension of that as it grows into the communities that you're building, as well as your own teams as you build out your team and as your business grows. It really is important. And of course, in the network marketing sense, culture is a big part of what we do because we are community builders, right? So I wanted to talk about culture today and what that looks like. And again, there's the superficial level of culture and what that looks like, and then of course the substance part, right? So with the superficial, the surface level, it's people spending time with each other, right? Like what culture develops, or how we create culture. In network marketing, sometimes that can sometimes culture can be relegated only to, the activities that we do, like a culture day. I have heard spoken about and executed in the manner of just activities that we do together as a team, which is fine, right? Like you develop the relationships in those activities, and you can have these kind of culture, quote unquote, culture activities when you're building out your network marketing team or even your business. That's all well and good, and again, that's definitely not incorrect. That is, however, I think just the superficial notion of culture, because there's so much more to culture, right? Again, it's the substance. If culture is part of the substance that extends out of branding, then the culture itself has to have some substance as well for it to mean anything, right? So it's the same characteristics and traits that you want to embody with your brand that has to kind of make its way into the larger culture that you're trying to build within, again, the communities that you're building, the teams that you're building, with the business that you're expanding. So what does that look like? Well, I mean, it really just depends on you, right? In past episodes for network marketing specifically, I've talked about two predominant cultures that you just kind of play out in network marketing, the profit-driven culture and the community-driven culture, right? Whether or not you want to participate in either of those, it's not a wrong or right answer. It's just a choice, right? It's just a preference. Within either of those, there are different kind of cultural aspects of those things, of those different the communities and categories, whether integrity is going to be part of your culture, or is it just production, and that's not that either of those two things are mutually exclusive. You can have integrity and have high production and output. But those kinds of things, right? Integrity, ethics. That's for me. Those are the things that are really important when it comes to building culture. Inclusivity, community, connection, relationship, right? That's just I'm just rattling off some of the things that I value in culture, the cultures and the communities that I'm a part of, as well as the culture and the communities that I'm hoping to continue to build, right? That's always what I built within my business, and you know what? People select themselves out. You can't be everything for everybody, but it is really important that you establish a culture. Otherwise, cultures will be established for you within your organization. Again, this applies to your own private business and your own private brand or your network marketing business. Ultimately, in network marketing, people will kind of break off and develop their own, and because as they step into their own leaderships, that happens. However, you always want to ring true to what you believe in, what you value in the culture of a team and in the culture of the community that you're building, right? Again, support and being there for each other, nurturing, supportive communities, inclusivity, integrity, ethics. All those things are really, really important to me personally. And I've found that those things have been really effective in creating a business with longevity and a team with longevity. And again, this is up to you to find out and discover for yourself and for your business. Just understand that culture is not just how you spend time with the people in your community, right? It's not just the activities and, the what are those, team building retreats that companies do. I mean, those are all well and good, but it's the deeper culture within deeper substance, right? It's the deeper substance. Or have you built a culture in your company that is cutthroat and adversarial, or is it a community that nurtures and supports, where the members of the community support and nurture each other? All right, like are we teammates or are we adversaries? Right? Again, neither wrong or right. I'm not saying you should do either or the other. It's a personal preference. So that's a conversation on culture. Understand that again, it is so much more. It's really the substance of the community that you're building. That's what it boils down to. So hopefully that makes sense. Remember, if you haven't registered for the Influencer Masterclass happening February 27th through March 1st, go ahead and register. It's ronniecruz.com/masterclass. That's the website or the page to register for that. 3-day masterclass, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you register and can't make that, no problem, because the replay will be made available to everybody that registers. So make sure you register and learn what being an influencer really means and looks like in today's day and age. Hosted and taught by yours truly. So that's going to do it for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in. More from me tomorrow. So until then, be well, be safe. I'll see you in the next episode.